this and this because you don't have that much fun doing it. But we know you can track the ball because you were a punt returner. It's just about going up and high pointing and catching it. Reading the quarterback shoulder. At the league, they're very smarter and more deceptive with who they're looking at and who they intend to throw the ball to. Just things like that, man. I never went into a meeting room and said we don't know what to do with you.
Right.
That's the scouts. Well, not scouts, but the draft experts, whatever those guys do. So I'm just saying.
What team told you should be a linebacker, and what team told you should play offense?
Man, I can't tell you that off the top of my head. I just, my thing is I take in information, but I'm at the combine. There was so much going on. It's hard to pinpoint a name to the feedback, but the feedback I'll make sure I soak in.
When you hear a team say that one of those two things, are you like, all right, well, that team's clearly not looking at me?
Not really. I feel like sometimes it's more mind games than anything. So you just gotta stay true to your guns. You know who you are better than anyone. It's just about showing those guys who you are. That's both on the field and off the field. So, I don't beat myself up about anything. Because I know what kind of player I am, and I know what kind of player I'm going to be because I'm going to put in the work. As far as being, blessed by the Lord, with my athleticism and all the traits He gave me. So I don't really beat myself up about that, man. That's just more of the public talking. I guess it's a hot topic. I don't know, but my thing is just enjoy the process. Stay level-headed and let the cards fall where they may.
Did you say you'll be a steal?
Yeah.
In what sense? I mean,
I just feel as though a lot of people are downplaying me as a football player because what have I heard? I don't have a true position. But in a sense, I was just a guy doing whatever I can to help the team win, whatever my coach asked of me. And if I'm getting punished because of that, then so be it. I would do it all over again if I had to, because I'm a winner. And that's what I had to do to win. That's what I had to do. I didn't think, it affected my draft stock or anything. My thing was just whatever they ask you to do, just do it to the best of your ability, 110 miles an hour. And good things happen. You're gonna make some mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but make your mistakes 100 miles an hour. So, I don't really buy in all the, I've constantly heard the jack of all trades, master of none thing. You can believe that. We're gonna see. Everyone has to play on Sundays. But not everyone has to play, but everyone has to show themselves to play on Sundays. So
does that annoy you when people say that?
Not really. It kind of just makes me smirk a little bit because they don't know. But I guess it just is what it is. I'm not really beating myself up about it.
People love to look at the numbers with these types of things. Can the numbers sometimes be overblown? Like you said, I mean, you can take something and hear it once and do it.
Yep.
Not every guy can do that. So can these events be a little bit overhyped in some regard?
I mean, me speaking personally, I think they just want to see how we move in space, how fluid we are, and then I just think they time it just to make it a competition. I don't see how some of the drills that we do translate over to the field. I just think they just want to see how tight your hips are, how tight your ankles are, things like that. Do you have a good low center of gravity? Just things like that. But I definitely think they help. I feel as though for some guys they don't really matter because they see the tape and things like that. But I don't really beat myself up about it, man. I'm telling you, I'm just laid back, enjoying the process and what I have to do, because it's a blessing to be in this position. So, I take it as such, and I'm going to continue to take it as such.
Jabrill,
have you been invited to the draft?
Excuse me?
Have you been invited to the draft, the first round?
I have no idea.
Would you go if you were invited?
I'm having a little draft party with my family.
Okay. Back home?
Yep.
Did you run today?
I did.
You run today?
Yep.
Jabrill, other than your athleticism, obviously they know about it, but what are some of the feedback that you've gotten through some of these meetings?
They didn't realize how smart I was, how football savvy, and I can speak football. I like to say I could be a GA, coach. I know what I'm supposed to do. It's just about going out there and doing it every time, and I think that's where, the great professionals separate themselves because they put the work in and go out there and do it every single time. But I think that's the main thing I took away from it. They just really didn't realize how smart and how much football I know and how I can talk football and speak their terminology. They install like a base defense, and then I just basically repeat what they said to me after seeing it maybe a couple times, and they're pretty shocked by that. Well, some are pretty shocked by it, but just that's probably the main thing that I can think of that really stood out the most.
You say that adds, I mean, we all know you're a great athlete,
Yeah.
but having that intelligence behind it, does that kind of put a premium on you?
I mean, I think, personally speaking, that's where I separate myself a lot. I'm not the fastest, biggest, or the strongest, but I'm smarter than a lot, and I'll put my pride in that rather than put my pride, in other places. I'm gonna get the edge by knowing the game, knowing down the distances, knowing their favorite route concepts, knowing his release, what kind of releases he do to get where he needs to be, knowing how he wants to manipulate the defender, just things like that. That's what I pride myself on, things that can give me the extra edge.
Is there any advice that you would give to Josh Metellus or maybe a Kaliki Hudson about making that move to that position?
Josh and Leak, they're good, man. They've been good, It's just I wouldn't let them take my spot. Those guys pushed me to be the best Viper, linebacker, whatever you guys want to call it, that I can be, But those guys would be great. Coach Brown, he's an excellent coach. Coach Partridge is going to make sure those guys are ready to go.
What's the most difficult thing for them as far as making the move from safety to linebacker?
Well, knowing that you won't be playing the deep half as much. You're a little closer to the linemen, so you're gonna have to deal with those big guys, and just really learning run fits from being maybe 5 yards from the ball as opposed to 12. So you can see everything, but it's not everything like you can see as a safety. So I guess that'll be different. And covering tight ends, they should be good with that because they cover the quick slots. But covering tight ends, some can be very crafty, like Jake Butt. He's very crafty. He knows he's not the fastest guy, but his routes are very sharp and crisp, and he uses his body, and he's a big, tall, long guy. So, the target is there. So he's got to learn just to, play through the hands a little better. When you can slit, cut underneath, and just things like that. But it'll make him a better player because at the end of the day, there are safeties who can just play in the box, unless Leak puts on 20 more pounds because he's already a ball of muscle. But other than that, I think those guys will be